Hello my lovely Aries, thank you very much for tuning into your September reading with me, Lorien. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you this monthly reading. I hope this finds you well. Now, as you may know, we are going into Mercury retrograde as of today, I believe. So it's a little bit complicated for the month of September. But let's just see what comes through for you. We're going to be using the Druidcraft Tarot, and we're going to be using the I've forgotten what it's called. Earth Magic Oracle Deck. That's right, thank you. So we're going to be using those. This is a general reading for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. If you're not sure what that is, just go to astro.com, fill in your details there, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. Or you can kind of ask for a private personal reading with me down below, and that gives you more information about your personal year, but also the tarot cards will give you more dedicated reading to your energies rather than a general one, or you can ask for an astrological report from me, so that's absolutely fine there. So let's have a look and see. I do offer more readings now, so if you can't find what you like on the readings page, then just give me a bell and I'll see what I can do for you. Right, it's saying to stop, so let's take a look. Oh. Now, as you may know by now, I do not read reversals, simply because I don't see any difference personally. Not to say that it's right or wrong, I just don't see any difference in reading reversals, and it took me ages to learn tarot this way around. It took me about 2 years, so I didn't really feel the need. It gave everything I needed anyway, so I didn't really feel the need to read reversals. But sometimes my cards decide to come out in reverse, so oh, hello, very nice. Okay, great. They want me to do another one, sorry. Okay, you. Alright. Lots of greens here, as I'm sure you can see. Lots of heavy greens, yellows, earthy tones, almost kind of like rivery, swamp-like. I don't want to mean it's horrible, but I do feel that there't a lot of nurturing having to go on for you, Aries, in September. Okay. Be wary of the people who make everything a competition. Do not feel like you have to explain yourself to them constantly. Please do not feel as though you have to kind of go against them all the time. For instance, some people may say, oh, I've got a better mark on this than you, or I've got better this than you. Life should not be a competition. It should just be about bettering yourself, not against everyone else. So it's not like ooh, these people have just been chosen to join this course. Well, I'm going to pass this course before they do. It's like, you don't have to do that. It's something more about feeling better within you and kind of getting rid of the competitiveness from other people. Now, I know you Aries sometimes do quite like a good competition. It fires you up and you're able to kind of go forward and get a lot of things done because you feel like it's given you sort of a benchmark to work against and almost like pushing you forwards. But in here it's kind of like all the energies that you don't need anymore is kind of being left away, and I think this is judgment in the traditional tarot. I have to apologize because I'm not too sure about the numbers. See, it took me 2 years to kind of figure out everything to do with tarot, and I'm still not sure what this one is. But for me, this is all about having to come out a new person. I think this is all to do with the eclipse as well. So we're having 2 eclipses this month. We also have 2 new moons in September, so this is incredibly positive, powerful month. Mercury going retrograde, which is resting, relaxation, reviewing, seeing things, don't getting too stressed about technology. And this is kind of suggesting to you that you are going to now move out into a new phase. You may see yourself in a different way, or you may see others in a different way. Either way, the herald is coming, the call is coming, and actually I do feel this is judgment. If other people are jumping to too many conclusions about you, just brush that off. Don't jump to conclusions about yourself either. Oh, I can't do that. Just try it. Just kind of work at that and see if you can actually progress into something like that. And similarly with the Six of Swords, I always say this is a movement into the new, a movement into somewhere very positive and proactive for you. I also see here that you may be thinking about which direction your life is taking you. Now, they are suggesting as well that you do keep carrying some sort of anxiety or maybe some problems with you, that you're not kind of sure as to how to do some certain things or whatever it is. I'm not quite sure, but it does seem to have this kind of weight to it. And you may actually feel like your life is not your own and it's not being guided by yourself, and you're just going from point A to point B, which isn't very nice for Aries. I know you like to be very proactive in your own destiny, but this, I feel, is kind of saying you may have a different tide to come now. When you've got the energy of this, I feel you are going to flow more naturally into the alternative and find and discover that and see what that brings to you. Now, the Prince of Cups is all about, I think, anyway, messages of love, messages of hope. Again, it's the new moon, so it could be towards the end of the month or it could be even the beginning. I'm not really counting these as weeks at the moment. This is just kind of like the general energies throughout September. But this is about being proactive. I do feel that could be somebody who's very connected to you in relationships or friendships, something like that. Either way, it seems as though, I mean, I'm looking at the horse here because the horse seems very despondent and the horse seems very, like that. And this is kind of honouring what's gone by, what's gone past, and it could be kind of honouring some form of disappointment or like the passing of somebody, or just something like saying thank you for the memories, or like thank you for this phase to be over and now I'm moving on to the next. It's very important, I think, to honour the past events which have got you to this particular place. Yes, things may have been really awful, but you got through that and you also had to experience that for a reason. So I don't like it sometimes when I'm tested or have to struggle, and I know no one else really does either. But I do feel that you can kind of go, okay, done that, thank you, I raise a glass to the universe, let's see what else we can do. Now this is the competitive people, the people who may like to steal your thunder, so to speak, the people who may see you as some form of competition. I don't want that to be you. I similarly don't want this to be you, because this is all about selfish victory and going la 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 and thinking that you've got one over on somebody else. That type of energy will basically make any riches you've gained be taken from you. You're not allowed to have that sort of thing. And similarly, in the background, you've got an eagle going to take a bird out of the air. So it's kind of like there's always a bigger fish. Don't think you're the biggest fish in the pond. And similarly, with them, there will always be a bigger fish to get the person who thinks they're the biggest fish out there. So don't be despondent, but similarly don't revel in your victories and lord it over people if you do have any this month. So just kind of limit your progress in being, oh, look at me, look at me. It's like when people win the lottery and loads of money and they have like press conferences and with those giant checks and stuff. Why would you do that? Why would you tell the world, hi, look, come and find me, I've got loads of money in the bank? Why would you do that? I don't get why you would be so open about the riches that you've just won. Maybe that's just me. But let's have a look at this. So, music and harmony, rain and purification. So this, I think, is all about how you can balance your energies this month. It seems to me that maybe, I know Aries is a fire sign, but rain's still important. Rain's to nurture and kind of soak in and get you the minerals and things that you need to grow. And music and harmony, I feel here, is something to do with you having that kind of vibrational energy coming in, that feeling of oneness with you and the vibrational universe and things like that. I also feel it would help you in switching off. So for instance, if you had meditation music or your favourite album, I'm always a stickler for, or a recommendation for, dancing around in your living room or something like that to your favourite music for an hour. You may feel silly at first, but after a while you just go with it and you allow yourself to feel the joy of it, and then that might feel that you've purified yourself for the month ahead. I just think it's very important to kind of don't take yourself too seriously this month. Don't take the things around you too seriously. You are going to change your course. It may not be obvious at first, but you are going to have a rebirth coming through, and I do feel that you're going to honour the past in order to move forwards. So it seems like it's not a serious month. They're not saying to be very down about it, but it does have some kind of serious benefits that will actually assist you in the closing months of the year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes through for you, Aries. But in the meantime, again, if you'd like a reading from me, just click on the link below and it'll take you to my readings page. If there is anything else you need, I'm on Twitter and Facebook. I'm also on my email. And thank you so much to those who support me on Patreon. That link is below as well. I am going to use that more. I'm actually thinking of setting up some meditations directly for those who subscribe to me through Patreon. And they may actually get some additional readings. That's in the works at the moment. So I'm just going to do some of that. But if you feel like you want anything else for next month, anything additional, let me know in the comments below, and also let me know how you get on. But in the meantime, Aries, take care and love to you all.